Welcome to another episode of Breaking Bread, a safe place to share ideas and a personal human development delivered around food, fitness and motivation. I'm your host, Horace Jones, the Game Changer. This is your game changing moment. Guys, we've been caught up in some traffic today. We're on our way back from the Lake Districts and yeah, we're still in traffic, but the show must go on. So topic for today, guys, is one or two things I want to talk about, or one or two things I want to discuss, and I think it's definitely all about your growth and how you see these things. So one of them is listening to people who, I know sometimes they can put their anxiety or their disbelief on you, and they can stop you from growing. And I think sometimes we do this without even understanding what we're doing. So when you think about a new adventure or a new job or anything new, it comes with things that you're not really truly reassured about. So this comes with a little bit of anxiety, and it also comes with a bit of being nervous. You know, you don't want to do it, you're scared and whatnot. And when you're trying to start a new project or a new path in life, sometimes there will be some people who sometimes they do care for you, but it seems to bring out the negative rather than the positive, because I feel it's like we find it easier to be negative rather than positive. So we look at what can happen we look at what negative can happen rather than what positive can happen. All right. So say for example, I don't know, you're going somewhere with a friend and you've never been in there before. You be like, well, what if I get lost? What if this happens? What if that doesn't happen? What if it's closed? What if there's nobody there? We always seem to look at the negative. We never look at, well, what if I get there and it's a beautiful place? What if I get there and I meet some friends that I know? What if I get there and it's the best place I've ever been? So I believe that, guys, sometimes we kind of have to kind of like quiet that noise out of our head. And also, again, sometimes if you're that person that basically does that, then you've got to say to yourself, okay, as much as I feel a little bit of anxiety, I've got to stop that feeling towards the person, because I could be stopping them from growing because I'm feeling a way about a certain subject or a certain place or a certain topic or whatnot. So sometimes it's best to keep quiet when you're not 100% sure of basically the circumstances that you're looking to put yourself into. And if you're not sure, then don't do it. You know what I mean? Don't do it until when the other person's done it, and then you can say, okay, how was it? Well, maybe I'll come again next time. So yeah, guys, we need to quiet the voice of the people who make us feel a little negative or a little certain about the adventures that we want to do. Like for example, I've just been on a little weekend away where I'm trying to look at starting up a little a retreat for people, and I could easily sit back and say, well, it's not going to work, it's going to be hard, it's going to rain, it's going to be wet. I can look at all the possibilities of this not happening, or I can look at all the possibilities why it can work and how we're going to make it work. And that's what we need to do, guys, because sometimes the dreams that we have is easily dismissed because of the feelings that we have, or the feelings that other people have, that makes us dismiss what we really truly want to do in life. Because I do believe in that each one of us has been placed with a dream, and some of us don't follow our dreams because we're scared, because we're nervous, because we're comfortable of doing what we do every single day of the week, which is, again, there's nothing wrong with that. But I also believe in the comfort zone as autopilot. There's no growth in that. And this is where, like, for example, I was at the airport for 19 years. I worked at the airport for 19 years. It was comfortable. I made money. I'd done certain things, but there was no growth. There was absolutely zero growth. So in 19 years of my life, I did not grow one bit. I made money, but I didn't grow. Now, the minute I left that job, I felt as if, like, in the space of 6, 7, 8 months, I grew more than what I grew in the last 19 years of being in a job where the security was there, the comfort zone was there, and automatically it was autopilot. I didn't have to think. Okay, so guys, we need to absolutely look at ways of how we can come out of our comfort zone and start growing and start living the life that you know, that's out there for us. Because like I said, I do believe that each one of us have a dream that in the back of our minds, the dream pops up every time, or when we go to bed, or when we see things, but yet we don't want to chase the dream because we're scared. And sometimes the circle of friends that we're with, they don't help, because they put doubt on us. And the minute you doubt yourself, you're like, oh, I'm not going to do that because it's too hard. I'm just going to go back to doing what I was doing normal. And this is what we've got to stop doing, guys. We need to start looking at how we can better ourselves. And remember, guys, bettering yourself doesn't necessarily mean money. It means, for example, you having time to do things that you want to do. It means that you basically growing in a way where you're now in a space where, you know, you're not worrying, and you know, you have the time to just do the small things in life. You know, whether it's, you know, spend time with your kids, spend time with your grandkids, spend time with your wife, spend time with your, I don't know, your dog or whatever. But you know, you have more time to basically do these things. So this is what we've got to look at, guys, is there is nothing wrong with having doubt inside, because sometimes doubt keeps us safe, but sometimes doubt also makes us question ourselves to, you know, into a point where we never make that first move, because we've just got a bit scared, and we've made that overtaken ourselves, and we've not basically made a move. So that's one thing I've learned today, or this little break I've had, is don't let other people's doubt stop you from accomplishing things that you've wanted to do. You know, and kind of like another thing, don't let they say naysayers. Now naysayers means that people that's never done anything tell you why it can't work or why you shouldn't do it. You know, sometimes you got to look at it, how can I take advice of somebody that's not doing what I'm trying to accomplish? So it's like, for example, I'm having a baby, for example, right? Somebody's telling me, oh, don't have a baby, it's going to be hard work, but yet they've never had a baby. So how can you really and truly advise me? Now, if this person's had 7 kids now, then yeah, they can advise me, because they've had 7 kids, they've been through it 7 times. So that advice would be, you know, I would listen to that advice. So this is how we've got to see things, guys. We've got to look at, basically, when that person's giving you advice, you've got to weigh up in your head, have they been on the same journey that you're going on? Are they doing the same journey? You know, and if not, you got to question yourself, is that advice relevant? You know, or is that advice just them being scared, putting it on you for you to not grow? So yeah, definitely I want to get that out there and let us all look at us becoming all that we can be, and reaching out to the dreams that we have. Next thing is, guys, what's going on right now in the news. There's a lot of you know, ups and downs. There's a lot of, we don't know what's really and truly going on. The government's not telling us the full story, they're telling us bits and pieces, and I don't know, I still think the power's in the people. I do think the power's in the people, and I do think people need to start coming together, and I don't know, just, I think there's usually common sense. I think a lot of it boils down to common sense, guys. You know, just looking at certain things and looking at how we can you know, stick together as you know, whether it's human beings and whatnot, and start looking at a better way that we can grow together. Because I think over the last year or so, there was a lot of dividing in people. There was a lot of us not seeing our families. There was a lot of our families dying, and we couldn't visit our loved ones. And there was a lot of stuff going on that way. I think as if even now we don't know the full story about it. So I think in one thing that we need to do, guys, we need to start doing our research, our own research. I think it's easy to look at the news and get a little bit of paranoia, and then start looking at yeah, I got to stay in my house, I can't do this, I can't do that, I can't see my loved ones, So I think, guys, we need to do our own research, you know, because me personally, I don't think the government's ever been truthful of anything in life. I think the government that just tells us what they want to tell us, whether it's to keep us safe or whether it's to keep us, I don't know, singing off the same in tune. I don't know, but I just feel as if like there's no point in my life when I think the government's being here to help us. And the reason why I say that was 2 days ago, it was raining really hard, and where was it coming from? I can't remember where it was coming from, but it was late. It was about 10:30 at night, nearly 11:15, and it was raining hard. And I seen this homeless guy, and he had his blanket over his shoulders and whatnot. And I'm like, you know, if we do live in a more I don't know, free country and a more forward country, how is it that we've still got people that are homeless? We've got kids that are being mistreated. And we've got all these things. I'm not trying to say the government can wave a magic wand and change all these things, but we've had all these things that's been going on for years, and there's no change. So what makes us think that this government is now coming off with this new thing is there to help us? You know, so guys, what I'm saying to us, for us to do our research, you know, do your research, think about certain things, and then you can make your own mind up. Don't basically take other people's opinion, you know, make your own mind up, guys. You know, do your own research and figure out things yourself. And as I say, each one teach one. And then live the best you can, guys, because let's be honest, we're all gonna die, aren't we? We ain't gonna get out of this alive, are we? Let's be honest, we ain't gonna get out of this alive. So it's about trying to do the best you can while you're living, and like you said, live amongst people the best you can as well. And let's not look at, you know, the badness all the time, the negativity all the time, because that's what causes the stress. And when the stress comes, that's when we start getting sick, and before you know it, we're all dying. So let's look at the positive side of life, guys, because, you know, at the end of the day, we still got our health. Well, some of us have anyway, and we still got a lot of things that a lot of people haven't got. So going back to gratitude, we need to look at what we have and what we don't have. And like I says, don't let people make our minds up for us. You need to make up your own mind. You need to do your own research, and yeah, that's when you need to look at what you do. And also, again, guys, we need to stop forcing people to believe in what we're believing. You know, like, I don't know, for example, say you want to wear a mask. That's up to you. You wear your mask. Don't tell me to wear my mask. You understand? And vice versa. You know, if you don't want to wear a mask, don't tell another person not to wear a mask. Yeah? Let's just all get back into our lanes where, you know, if you want to do certain things, you do it. Don't start telling another person how they should live their lives and making them feel away because they want to be like you. They don't want to be like you. There's a mad thing, you know, that I was thinking about the other day. Now, think about how many diseases, yeah, that happen on a day-to-day basis, right? There's loads of diseases, there's loads of things that happen, but we don't know about, yeah? Until somebody says, oh, there's this disease going on or that disease. We don't know, we're oblivious to certain things, aren't we? Like, for example, I go in the gym now, they're spraying down the equipment, spray, wipe down. Now, why wasn't they doing that before? Why is it only now they're doing it because of Corona? So, did people have germs before Corona? You know? So this is my thing. I'm not wiping down no bench. I didn't wipe it down before, so why am I wiping it down now? And this is what we need to start looking at, guys. We didn't do things before because, in my eyes, we didn't question certain things. So if we're going to question things, you might as well question your whole existence of life. And that's when it gets a bit complicated, because let's be honest, guys, out here now, there's a lot of things that until somebody tells us it's wrong, we're going to keep doing it, aren't we? I mean, even sometimes someone tells us it's wrong, we keep doing it anyway because we're now in autopilot and we don't want to change, right? So my biggest thing is right out here now, guys, is whatever you believe in, don't force it on somebody else. Don't make the other person feel as if like they're doing wrong because, like, for example, they don't want to wear a mask. You go in the gym, I don't want to wipe down the bench. Don't look at me as if like I'm doing something wrong because I don't want to wipe down the bench, because I never wiped down the bench before. I didn't wipe it down before, so why am I going to wipe it down now? What, because someone said it's Corona? So what was going on before Corona? Didn't I have germs before Corona? You know, this is what I'm trying to say to us, guys. We need to start looking at things in a bit more logic, like all these things that we're willing to do now that wasn't doing yesterday. And like I said, guys, there's always been diseases. There's been diseases from I've been born, and there's probably diseases from it's even like when you think about a baby, like, you know, you have a newborn baby and you go into a changing room, you wipe down all this stuff, you make sure you wipe down your baby's hands. That's something that you've always been doing. Now, you've not started doing that since Corona. You've been doing that from day one because you knew certain places was unhygienic for your baby. So why is it nowadays now we're looking at certain things that we've not changed, and, you know, we didn't see a point in it of changing it. So again, what I'm saying, guys, whatever you want to do with your life, do it with your life. Do not push it on to somebody else, because sometimes that person might get a bit ignorant to you and you might not like what that person is going to say to you. So, like I says, if you wasn't going to say something to that person before this this corona or whatever these epidemics are from month to month, year to year, if he was not willing to say something to somebody, if you don't say something to somebody now, because like I said, sometimes guys, that person that you pick on, that you're gonna police, as because I call it police, like everybody wants to be their own police now. Yeah, do this, everyone will be their own police. But again, my thing is, again, if you're gonna be a police, guys, be a police 24/7. Don't be a police on a Monday, but not on a Saturday. Yeah? And don't be a police on one thing. Be a police on everything that you see that's wrong. Okay? Everything you see. So for example, I don't know, if you see a person being racist, be a police. Yeah? If you see, I don't know, friggin' a guy doing something on the road when it comes to traffic, be a police. If there's something going on at work, be a police. Yeah? Like I said, guys, if you're going to be a police, yeah, be a police 24/7. Not just when it suits you because you want to feel as if like you have something to say to somebody because they're not wearing a mask or they've not wiped down the bench at the gym. Okay? Because that is basically saying what the words I'm looking at. It's patronising. Yeah? I mean, for me anyway, it's patronising. I'll tell you straight, shut your mouth. Wipe it down yourself. You know what I mean? I'll tell you straight, because like the way I see it as, you know, there's things going on in the world and you turn a blind eye to it. So why is it that you want to be a police now? You know, let's all wake up and let's be a police of the old world. Not because somebody don't want to wipe down a bench and you feel as if like your liberty has been invaded. Okay, so that's one I want to get out there, guys. Moving on, what else we're talking about? The weather. It's raining. Where's the sun gone? You know what I'm saying, we had a good 2 weeks of sunshine. It was great. Now we're back to the old England. It's raining. It's horrible. It's dark. It's moody. You know what I mean? It's cold. All them things there. But again, guys, we can't let that stop our fun. 100%. We cannot let that stop us from doing the things that we were doing when it was warm. Obviously, we can't start going out wearing our bikinis, can we? Really, truly. But yeah, I suppose if you want it, you can, can't you? You know. But yeah. My motto is, whether it's raining or not, I'm gonna have fun. I'm not gonna let the rain stop me from basically having my fun. So I'm still gonna do what I'm doing. I've got a coat, got an umbrella, got my wellies. So again, and that boils down to being, are you gonna be a pessimist or are you gonna be an optimist? Yeah. So again, going back to how I started off with about when you want to start something new and there's people around you that's thinking negative, the same thing that you have to have, guys. You always got to be looking at the positive side, the bright sides, looking at how you can still have fun in the rain, looking at how you can still do things even though it seems to be like doom and gloom. And there is something that I say to my kids all the time. I say to my kids every day or every other day, the day is what you make it. That's one of the favourite things I like to say to them. The day is what you make it. It's up to you to make that day what you want that day to be, you know. Everybody, I don't think there is a person alive that doesn't have things going on in their lives that, you know, sometimes makes them feel a bit down. You know, let's throw a bit of depression in there, let's throw a bit of anxiety in there, you know, let's throw a little bit of stress in there, right? There's no person, I don't think, that's alive that doesn't face these ups and downs. But I think that the real thing is out here, guys, is how we deal with it and how we go get through it. They say it's 99% of what happens and it's 10% how you deal with it. Or is it the other way around? Can't remember. But yeah, guys, it's not about what happens to you, it's how you deal with it, and that's what makes you be a strong person out here. Because problems are there, and I feel as if like sometimes when you feel as if like one problem is, there's another problem, there's about 7, 8, 9. It's like problems that, yeah, I've got him with one, let me throw another one at him. Let me see how he deals with these problems there. You know, and I feel as if like, if you can start developing a strategy where you see the problem and you say, okay, no problem, I'm gonna deal with this, and yeah, I'm gonna smile about it, and I'm gonna get over it. Now, like I said, guys, there is different kinds of problems, you know, but what we've got to learn is not making our minors into majors. Okay, so obviously there's big major ones, you know, a death in the family. You know, I'm not expecting people to turn around one morning and be smiling because someone's died in the family. But for example, you can't find your shoelace in the morning for your shoes. You know, you don't want to start smashing up the house. I mean, start strangling the wife because you can't find your shoelace. You know what I mean? So let's start looking at what's a major and what's a minor, and look at the minors as we're not gonna let them get us upset. You know, we're gonna brush them off. We're gonna brush them off and carry on with basically our day-to-day lives, and that's the way we learn to grow, and that's the way we start looking at developing our minds, when we can look at problems and find solutions, or look at a solution rather than a problem. And I think that's where the growth comes in, because like I said, I don't think there is anybody out here, mate. I don't, even down to the monk has problems, but it's how he deals with them, or how she deals with them. So for us to master ourselves and for us to grow, it's 100% how we deal with our problems, and understanding, like I says, what we're going through, everybody goes through. And this is where, you know, having good people around you is a key. Your circle of friends, your circle of family is the key. And yeah, guys, you know, coming away from that again, like when I said about circle, your circle of people is so important, guys. It's absolutely so important. They're gonna either build you up or they're gonna build you down. You know, they're gonna be either gonna make you feel negative or they're gonna make you feel positive. They're gonna either basically be your strength, or they're gonna be knocking down your wall. So it's up to you to start looking at your surrounding circle and start making up your own solution of basically what the people around you are like. Are they there to help you, or are they there to basically make you question yourself and make you kind of like feel insecure to what you're trying to achieve, or make you feel insecure to what you're doing as a person? Okay, right, guys, I'm gonna keep this short because I'm at my destination. There's no cooking today, as you can see. I'm still late, but yeah, I'm going somewhere else. So yeah, I'm gonna see you guys next week on the show, guys. So I hope you're having a wonderful evening. Like I said, guys, do not let people stop you from being all you can be. Do not let people stop you from achieving what you can achieve. And remember, sometimes taking advice of people that's not done anything, it's not the best solution, guys. You know, I'm not going to take solutions and advice of somebody that's never built a house before, but they're going to tell me about I'm using the wrong cement. You know, I've got to be working with people that's doing things. So again, Horace Jones, the game changer. That was your game changing moment, guys. Have a wonderful day. I'll see you later. Have a wonderful day. Bye bye.